Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the third annual Humanity First virtual family dinner. I hope you've received your dinner, whether you're on the East Coast at 7 p.m., on the West Coast at 4 p.m., or somewhere in between. We're glad that you made it today, and we're grateful for you joining us today on Veterans Day as we honor those that have served our country and we keep in mind all the challenges that are going on in various parts of the world that Humanity First is supporting. But yet, hopefully, you're able to enjoy a nice dinner with your family and share, as we share a little bit more about Humanity First. This is the third annual. It's a COVID tradition that's lived on, and I think it's done very well. With that, we'll be starting the program. My name is Mohammed Ahmed Chaudhry, also known as Mac, and I am a proud to serve on the board of Humanity First USA. We will be starting our program now with, I will invite the chairman and CEO of Humanity First, Munam Naim Sahib, to start the program with silent prayers.
All right. Assalamu alaikum and greetings of peace to everyone. Mac, thank you for the introduction. We have gathered here for a very noble cause. But as Max said, that we should start with the program with the silent prayers. And as we join our hands for the prayers, first and foremost, let's remember all those who have just recently lost their lives in the Middle East conflict. Their noble souls have lost their, innocent souls have lost their lives. And the enormous amount of suffering that is going on with the innocent people there. Let's pray for them together, and let's pray for entire humanity. There is suffering. We have had so many disasters back to back, natural or man-made, war-driven disasters. On top of that, when you look it through the lens of Humanity First, there is so much going on. We'll talk about it today. We'll enjoy, we'll have fun, but let's join our hands and let's pray together for all those who are suffering out there, and for all those who are helping as well. So please join me in silent prayers. Ameen. All right, Mac.
So now we will have, while we got you, thank you for doing that. We thought if you can share a little bit about what today is all about and a little bit of what Humanity First has been up to.
Right. I think today, as you mentioned, that this is our third, family virtual dinner. And purpose of this particular dinner is a year-end fundraising. We do a lot of work serving in 62 countries across the globe. And as you know, that every disaster that comes, Humanity First is the first responder, and we try to help. And then all of those silent voices, you will see a lot of good things in the program today, like the orphan care project that we have started, like the hospital program, like the building of the schools. There's so much, Mac, is going on. But at the end of the day, we have to raise funds. And we hear a lot of these, through press and media when the disaster is happening, right? But there are times that the silent voices, silent suffering that doesn't reach to us. Humanity First is there, and with all of the programs that we have. So every dollar that we raise, it helps. So today is again another way of us, A, saying thank you to all of our donors and supporters, B, raise a little bit of the funds. And I think, Mac, you will, from the program perspective, we like to engage the children as well. So part of the program includes that as well. So our children, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, tonight is made possible by a lot of volunteers. If you don't know the name Tahir Qamar, you should know, you will know it by the end of the night. But what is this ambassador program that is spread out across the country with Humanity First chapters that is allowing us to connect with individuals?
Right. I think, in every chapter, we have ambassadors. We have both from the ladies and men, they are ambassadors in almost 50, 60 cities that we have. And these ambassadors are our liaison, our point of contact with that local chapter or local city or local area that they reach out to the donors every time we have the fundraising effort that we need to make on, whether it is this dinner or whether that's telethon. So the ambassadors really work very hard, and you can
That's
see,
amazing.
yeah,
I know my local ambassador has been reaching out to me from day one to say, did you buy your tickets? Made sure I bought my ticket to participate, made sure my family knew about it so they can enjoy the program as well. So very grateful to particularly our ambassador Mansoor Ahmed in Silicon Valley, many, 56 others, and Thayer Kamar for leading that. Munam Saab, secondly, we've been doing this together, you and I, for about 19 years. That means we have an anniversary coming up.
Right. I think this is another, amazing milestone that is coming up. We'll talk about it at the end of this program here. We will be celebrating, or call it commemorating, our 20th anniversary next year. 2004, we were established. And I think we've been working since day one. And many of people on this call that we've been working together. So, but there's significant amount of accomplishment that we have had. We'd like to share that story with our supporters, but then there is more work for us also to be done. And I think we'll talk about it during the program, that what those programs are, what this 20K for 20 means for next year. So yes, I think, yeah, we're looking forward to this.
Yeah, and I also know that there are a lot of people spending this weekend, perhaps taking the extra day off for some of us to appreciate our veterans and be thankful for everything that they've done, that all the service providers in this country have done, including Humanity First. So it's a good time for us, a nice Saturday night for families to come together. And I hope everyone is watching with their families, and I invite them to send us a selfie of your family watching this. If you can get it to me or anyone you know, to Munam Saab or others, we will make sure we show it on the screen. So please send us your pictures of celebrating this and let us know you're watching. With that, Munam Saab, should we transition a little bit to some of the fun things?
Yes, absolutely. But I think I'd like to make a couple of quick other comments as well.
Sure,
for instance, we have team from our Humanity First student organization that is on. This is engagement of youth. We have team from our Kids for Humanity. That's another youth engagement. We have our TEP, which is the education project, which is providing free tuition to all of the students that cannot afford. That's all youth-driven programs. So we have a lot of youth today that you will hear about it. On top of that, we will have our DR director, international director also. We'll talk about
what is DR?
Disaster response, of course. And so we'll briefly, maybe we'll talk about the Dori resettlement for the refugees. We are working there, Palestine issues that, we are working, and then recent disasters. So we'll talk about that as well quickly. I'd like to also recognize some of our MD Muslim community auxiliaries who've been very supportive from the youth organization perspective. They are supporting this housing project, and from the Ansar perspective, they have just given us a good amount of donation for back-to-back disasters, from Morocco disaster, then now to Palestine disaster, and same thing. The ladies organization has been really, really supportive of that. So I just want to recognize the community, all of the ambassadors, and all the youth that are helping Humanity First to do all this good work.
Ahmadiyya Muslim community is such a great partner and parent in some ways of Humanity First, and all these auxiliaries I know have been reaching out, and they're making impact through volunteerism as well, I assume.
Absolutely. I think those are the youth that are out there helping us in any disaster within USA, and then also internationally as well.
And, we always ask Humanity First. I know you ask of all of us, of our time, our talent, and our treasure. I don't have much talent or treasure, so I give a lot more of my time, but we get everyone to participate in any of those three categories, I believe.
I believe, absolutely. And I don't want to miss out on our Nasser Hospital in Guatemala also. We will talk about that, what's going on there. I think a lot of people helped us to get that project off the ground, and by the grace of God, it is doing wonderful. So we'll share some of their updates as well.
Great, great, great. Anything else? Any other highlights? It seems
Oh,
like
one
we have
more
a packed
food pantry.
program.
Food pantry program. I just want to say, because that is a US based program, the food pantries that we're operating, the whole team out there, whether you take Atlanta or Willingboro or Fort Worth or South Virginia, you name it, there are so many food pantries. They are doing wonderful job. They are serving our people within our own country. There are 40 million people that who go to bed hungry every night here. Okay, I'll turn it back to you.
We have 158 people logged in on YouTube. There's a lot of people engaging. So as a reminder, I just want to, I know we don't have much time left in the opening, but great to have you, Munam Naeem Saib, who is the chairman of and CEO of Humanity First USA, and sharing that as we celebrate the 3rd annual Humanity First virtual family dinner. We're hoping you're sitting with your families at home. Take a selfie, send it to us across the country. We hope your pizza arrived. If it did not arrive, text me as well. Don't text Munam Saab. He's a little busy right now. But today we're going to share about, we are grateful to the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, and the auxiliaries, as well as we're going to share about lots of our programs tonight. Did I get it, or am I comprehending? Or
you're doing good.
Great. So with that, I think we're going to transition to Humanity First intro video. That's going to articulate this much better than I just did.
How can we not feel the pain of poverty and suffering? A heavy burden is carried worldwide by people to find necessities like food, water, and shelter. Every year, millions continue to experience food insecurity and lack of access to clean water and medical care. These individuals are barely able to survive, with limited opportunities to receive quality education or acquire livelihood skills. Humanity First seeks to equip communities worldwide with education, food security, safe clean drinking water, health care for all, and immediate disaster response to address these pressing needs. Our goal is to empower communities through essential resources and opportunities for success and education so that they can achieve self-sufficiency. As we mark the start of our 20th year, we celebrate 2 decades of impact, and we set our sights on what we hope to accomplish by our 20th anniversary. We are pleased to announce the launch of our new membership campaign, 20K for 20. Our goal is to unite our existing and new supporters and create a community of 20,000 champions of humanity to support life-changing work around the world.
All right, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that video. You're learning about Humanity First. Munam Saab and I certainly, Munam Saab has spent a lot of energy and a lot of team members, including Saibzada Walid, Elena Ladone, many others who have helped prepare a lot of the content that is able to succinctly tell you what's going on. Before we start the next segment, I'm happy to announce that we have door prizes. We are happy the 158 that are here, and that number is hopefully growing. But yet we want you to join us while you're here. We want you to win some prizes. We will start our first round of door prize winners today. All you have to do is text WINHFUSA to 844-407-1006. And we will have many prizes for you. And remember, while you're learning about these programs, well, we don't want to forget about your time, talent, and treasure. You're giving us your time. We want to talk about your treasure. If you're so inclined to give towards any of the programs that you hear about, we will be happy to process that and recognize you for that as well. Reach out, text me if you want to do that. With that, Munam Saab, I think we will now introduce our first segment, which is with Dr. Safir Bhatti around intro for Kids for Humanity. So the general discussion around this is really, Munam Saab, how do we get students involved? How do we get youth involved? How's that going in terms of engagement? I know you shared about a couple of organizations.
Right. So again, we basically group children from younger age, starting from age 7 onward. That a child should be briefed on what the charitable work is and whatever in their own capacities they can do, just like the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and that's where Kids for Humanity you will learn about. And then as they are the school bound in the senior years, they are kind of requested to form a student organization in the high schools as well as in the universities and colleges. So we have close to 30 some odd such campuses that Humanity First exist. And then next step is that as you are engaged in doing this work, that how do you help other people? This is where the education project comes in. So all of them, and people can register themselves in all 3 of these programs.
So help me understand this. I know Isha Ladin, Aiza Ladin in Syosset, Long Island. I know many Bashir in St. Mary's in California. I know many of these individuals in Florida. I was able to meet them in DC. There are 30 youth who have started HF organizations or on campuses around the country. That's incredible. How did that happen?
Yeah, I think it started out from Detroit, Michigan. My goodness,
Diana Ijaz, Diana
exactly.
Ahmed, excuse me.
Yeah, she's wanted to talk about the medical missions. And so, okay, then for that perspective, they had to kind of register the organization. That's where we kind of got the idea that this is a great idea where we can help the youth to carry out the medical missions while they are, going or getting ready for their medical schools and all that. That's how the momentum built up. And then we had a lot of good people. I don't want to just call out the name because I'll miss some people. It took a lot of effort from a lot of youth to set up this organization. The whole student organization body that manages these campuses also is all professionally done.
I find it incredible. I know you invited me. Humanity First is investing in this to make sure that the long-term support, as our gray hair gets grayer and grayer, that the youth come up. I'd like to invite Dr. Safir Bhatti, who is the director of Kids for Humanity. Dr. Bhatti, welcome. And thank you for joining us. Munam Saab and I are blown away by what's happening. Maybe that's not a good analogy to use. We're very excited about what's happening with Kids for Humanity. Can you share a little bit about the vision? 30 chapters on campuses, high schools, colleges, universities, from St. Mary's to Syosset High School to Binghamton to many, many, many others, including Florida, Rabia in Florida, I recall.
Yeah, this is right. A one step before that. So I think he will explain, Dr. Safir Bhatti.
Sure, yeah.
So, Jazakallah Makbai and Chairman Saab, Manusam, under your guidance, we were able to set up Kids for Humanity, and it has been a remarkable journey so far. The organization is for all children between the ages of 6 to 15, from all lives, from all faiths, from all creeds, and everyone can join this organization to become a better humanitarian, become a better person in the community. And the goal of a kid member is Dr. to empower the community, empower their nation, and also empower the initiatives for the world.
With Dr. Bhatti, but we're talking about Kids for Humanity. I just talked about colleges. We are moving back and going even to younger youth who are getting involved in Humanity First. But how are youth getting involved in Humanity First? We're having even kids get involved, it seems.
Right. I see Dr. Safir is back.
Oh, he's working. It's working. Okay, one more time, Safir Bhai, please share a little slowly. If you can step back so we can see a little bit more of you. There you go. Okay. There you go.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. So thank you so much for welcoming me. I was saying that it has been a remarkable journey so far to initiate the Kids for Humanity initiative and under Munam Saab. It is an initiative that has empowered all the children between the ages of 6 and 15 to help empower their communities that they serve in, to help empower the initiatives for our country, and of course for overall humanity. The goal is that we want to make these children better humanitarians, to understand how to spread peace, and how to, really preserve the various likes of this community and the very preservation of everything. So they do various activities, whether they go to a park and do a cleanup, or they do give out some school bags to the community,
Well, help me understand.
or
Safir, Safir, help me understand what age. I've got 12-year-olds. I know you've got some younger kids. At what age do they get involved? And looks like they're doing lots of good work.
Right. So they get involved at the age of 6, and each local chapter around the country, Humanity First chapter, we are right now looking for youth coordinators who would like to become one. In fact, if you go to our website, you can sign up to not only become a youth coordinator, but you can also become a member of Kids for Humanity. And the age group lasts until the age of 15. And each local organization, they do a lot of different humanitarian activities and serving the community. And the idea is that to empower them, because Kids for Humanity has done a lot of great initiatives.
Yeah, no, that is incredible. How do my kids get involved? How do all the kids who are watching? I think we have a lot more viewers. By the way, I'm reminded, before we'll take a commercial break, and remind everyone that you can text WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006. We got lots of great prizes we want to give to you. Please log on. Please do this. But Safir, back to you. How do I become a member? What are you looking for? Are you looking for youth coordinators over the age of 18 to lead the local group? How can we help? There's thousands of people watching.
Yes, what I'm looking for, youth coordinators are over the age of 18, and they assist in every chapter's role, and working in conjunction with the local ambassadors. And then we're looking for children from all ages between the age of 6 and through 15. To help empower their communities in the various different humanitarian-led projects. They're mostly service-oriented. In celebration of 20 years for Humanity First,
okay,
we're looking for them to.
So, Safir, we're running out of time. Real quick, go ahead. This is the lightning round.
We're looking to donate $20 for 20 years of Humanity First, $10 to become a member, and just to help one child in all the schools that we have around the world. We're looking for $500 to help support a child's education. And I can tell you that these children do need it.
So this is for the youth that are watching. If they contribute, Safir, you'll track it and you'll let Munam Saab and I know, and we will announce their names. We will give them the credit, particularly if they're so inclined to give out of their own pocket, if they're able to give of their treasure, their time and talent as well. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. We're very excited about the youth joining. And if you're invited and you want to join, please join us, and please text and join this Kids for Humanity group. With that, next we are going to watch another video before we have some fun games. But before you go, I need to remind you one more time, you can win prizes. I want you to text WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006. That will give us the and we want you to win some prizes. With that, we will transition to our video.
Education is a cornerstone of sustainable solutions. It can lift individuals out of poverty and provide them with the tools they need to succeed in life. At Humanity First USA, we have been working to establish schools and vocational centers worldwide to promote education. One of our most significant successes in the United States is the Education Project, which offers virtual tutoring to underprivileged K through 12 students. This initiative has been particularly impactful during the COVID-19 pandemic. Hunger is real in America, and Humanity First USA has taken action to address it. What began as small food pantries have evolved into large food drives across 11 cities. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the food distribution lines grew hauntingly long, and the crisis appeared to be never-ending. In response, Humanity First USA expanded aid to countless people in need.
We are doing this food drive for Humanity First Houston. We have almost 40 volunteers over here today, and we have taken care of around 300 cars. There are 150 almost cars still in line. And with the help of Houston Food Bank, we are doing this food drive with Humanity First.
I'm excited to be here with Humanities First and all of these community leaders. We are better when we are together. And to be able to help these citizens, these community members who have come for a lifeline like a food assistance is very, very important. But it takes the volunteers and organizations like Humanities First.
Recently, we opened the first ever standalone food pantry on the outskirts of Atlanta in Duluth, which has become a launching pad for our efforts to combat hunger in America. We are ready to beat the hunger in every way and provide food security to communities. Clean drinking water is a human right, but water can be a source of great danger. Over 2 billion people live in water-stressed countries, and more are at risk due to climate change, population growth, and disease in heavily contaminated waters. To address this basic human need for clean drinking water, our Water for Life program constructs hand pumps and digs boreholes that have the potential to save lives and build communities. Inaugurated in 2018, Nasir Hospital in Guatemala stands out as one of our most significant milestones. This hospital was built to provide vital medical care to underserved communities. Due to the increasing demand for its services, the hospital has outgrown its current capacity, and a new extension is planned. The state-of-the-art care provided for the people of Guatemala has made waves in the community and the country at large. Humanity First USA has been at the forefront of disaster relief efforts both in the United States and with the Global Humanity First initiative. Our teams quickly assessed the situation and mobilized to help with the needs on the ground. We have a long history of providing disaster relief in the United States, dating back to Hurricane Katrina's devastation in New Orleans in 2005. Since then, Humanity First volunteers have aided in relief efforts for Hurricane Sandy, Ike, Dorian, Ida, and most recently Maui.
Humanities First has helped me during Hurricane Ida in the state of Louisiana. They have got in my house. They have been friendly and passionate to our needs, and I can't thank them enough for helping me and my family when I had no one else. I can't thank them enough.
Our recent global aid and support has extended to Ukraine, Pakistan, and we have offered unified relief efforts in Turkey, Syria, and Morocco since the devastating earthquakes that hit in February and September of this year.
So we are here at the Zafar camp. It's located at the top of the mountain. The majority of the people here, as you can see, are Syrians. They have their camp set up, and it's growing in numbers by the day. Inshallah, alhamdulillah, we've had the opportunity to be here for the last week, serving this group.
Humanity First has launched an urgent appeal for the Middle East crisis. Over 10,000 people have died, and the humanitarian devastation is unthinkable. Please help the people of Palestine by donating on our website. As we step into our 20th anniversary year, we're thrilled to share our vision for the future of Humanity First USA. We're not just celebrating the past 2 decades of incredible work. We're setting our sights on the journey ahead of reaching communities all around the world. Join us as we take Humanity First USA forward and onwards. Together, we'll continue to serve, support, and uplift communities, making our 20th anniversary year a truly remarkable one.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Humanity First. Thank you guys so much for joining this auspicious occasion. Now we're entering a really unique segment of our night. We're going to be talking about some Minecraft videos that all these children from across the country have made just to display some of their creative and unique ideas of how they want to see humanity first go in the future, whether it's with disaster relief, whether it's their ideas for water for life, whether it's their ideas for the hospitals that Humanity First is creating and how they want to see it. So this is a really exciting segment, and I'm Harun Lugmani. I live in Toledo, involved in the Humanity First student chapter at U Toledo, as well as the Education Project. And I would like to welcome Shri Mawadi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shri, and I go to Temple University. I am a junior on the pre-med course, and I got involved with Humanity First through both of the Gift of Health trips. I've been on the Guatemala Gift of Health trip as well as the Guyana Gift of Health trip, and it was very rewarding for me. So if we can see these videos and these submissions from the youth on Minecraft, it may seem like a video game to a lot of the adults out there, but in reality, it really emphasizes the creative thinking behind our youth today and what their potentials are for the future. So if they're able to create these things in a virtual reality, then just imagine what they can accomplish coming in the future with actual resources.
Yeah, and today, we have all the people from Humanity First, executive board in front of us. There might be some cool ideas that they might want to incorporate in their own programs. So this gives, even kids a shot to contribute to the greater cause of Humanity First that we operate in 60 countries. And I would say, as a kid, some people might think that you don't have like the capacity to think, or you're not as experienced. But honestly, you have some unique ideas. You can think outside of the box, and potentially we're up to see some very interesting creative projects that will display the variety of work Humanity First has to offer. Sri, what do you think about this?
I think that it's really cool to be able to see this as well. It's very interesting how their creative process of thinking and how they're able to develop this. And we are going to show shortly the videos of the submissions, but due to the lack of time, we just want to emphasize each of the 3 age groups, the first place prizes. Those video submissions will be shown very shortly. Harun, did you want to announce the first place winner for the 7 to 9 age group?
Yep. So for the 7 to 9 age group, the winner is 8-year-old Usher Malik. And Shri, you can introduce for the 10 to 13-year-old age group.
Okay, so for this age group, it was very popular. So we have 3 places here. The 3rd place person is Samita Ahmad. We have 2nd place in this age group, which is Shafia Munir. And we have 1st place winner, whose video you will be seeing, 10 to 13 age group, Danielle Ahmad.
Yes, and last but not least, for the 14 to 18-year-old age group, we have a 14-year-old named Noman Khan, and he has won this category. So, we're looking forward to seeing, and discussing, the first place winners for each of these age groups. But I really want to thank, all those people who have put in the time and effort to, think about, the different projects Humanity First has to offer, and, spend their time on this. So I'd really like to appreciate those children who did that for us tonight. Yeah, so let's go on and watch these Minecraft videos. Let's see what they have to offer.
Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Today I will be showing you my
Awesome. So now we have Usher Malik, the winner of the 7 to 9 age group. Let's see what he has to offer. I think this is the hospital, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's very interesting. He named this place Humanity Town, which I think is very cool. And I can see he's building it in an iPad. So it's interesting to see how he was able to do this with just his hands.
Yeah, awesome. It seems a really interesting terrain, honestly. It kind of reminds me of, the Guatemalan up and down volcanic terrain. So maybe he had some inspiration there.
I see he put more effort into it. It's not just one floor. There's also a ladder going up.
Awesome. See
and I like all the decorations on top of the buildings.
so it stands out.
Awesome.
Anyway, the water wells
So
are spread all over town. So
where are we
Uh,
headed next?
He did that eye. He put the eye on top of the building for the eye clinic.
Nice. And oh yeah, the L is on top for learning, but I think it also can stand for Lughmani as well, you know. It's also a good thing. It starts with L. Okay. I think we should be heading towards, you know, the library soon.
Next is the food bank.
Yeah.
There's an apple on it because
This is the food shelter, if I'm not mistaken, on the left. And this is the school, the L for the learning center.
for example, in this
Yup, he has a big apple on the top for this food center, for this
next
food bank.
Nice.
Next, let me show you
And there they are. They're the apples, I think.
the care center, the orphan center. This is for kids. This is for orphans. This area is for orphans.
Oh, and this is the orphanage center. It's really cool how he, you know, used a unique design of a teddy bear, because you know, I would not really think that, you know, but it offers comfort, I guess. So it's kind of reflecting that. Now we're heading towards Daniel's, the winner of the 10 to 13 age group. Let's see what he has. Oh, that's the water well. Oh, because that's, you know, reflecting the Water for Life that we're doing in West Africa. You know, $2,000 can fund a water well. So, and you know, students like him could help with that. And this is the mosque.
I just want to emphasize how well he was able to edit this video and see, look at all these effects that he's using. And this is just a beautiful, very beautiful mosque that he created. I'm surprised he was able to do it.
Now this is the library. So this is where all the learning happens. And you know, we could do, you know, a TEP session in here too with the education project. You never know.
So it's very clear that he's being able to link all of these different buildings to the different projects we have as Humanity First. And I have a very, very good ideas for him and his bright future.
Yeah, I like the intricacy in design. You know, even looking at that mosque, he put a lot of effort into that. And here he puts even all the cafeteria, rooms, lockers. You know, he really put his effort into this. This is the house he's leading us into. So this is the food pantry and stuff for disaster relief. But I would also like to mention, you know, Humanity First has, in Canada, they have a whole disaster relief center as well. So, you know, in addition to food, we could also put stuff like that. This is an inspiration from the Nasser Hospital. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty similar. Now we're inside. One thing they could add is, you know, the coffee shop there too in Nasser Hospital.
He did add that on the right side.
Nice.
Okay, and this is just a summary of everything he had. They're all very beautifully made.
Now we're
Here is my Minecraft build project.
Now we're at the 14 to 18 age group winner, Nomad.
Patients. Here is our ambulance. Over here.
Yeah, it's neat how he put an ambulance for this hospital as well.
To a waiting room.
Yeah, I like how the colors all go together. The ambulance is white.
From the waiting room,
the building is white.
Taken to one of these rooms.
Yeah, it feels like I'm walking through a hospital with all the white walls.
Television.
Yeah.
Try to make it feel more open.
It's cool how he did that. He added the people in the front for receptionists.
Awesome.
Oh, and he has the TV in each room. That's really interesting. I didn't know you could do that in Minecraft.
Here is our well, where we distribute water.
You know, Minecraft is trying to reflect the modern day stuff too now, I guess.
Over here,
it's going to be replacing blueprints pretty soon. This is virtual augmented reality.
This is the pantry.
Many chests all filled with food.
So they have all the shelves with food and stuff. Now where are we headed?
Here you can see is our school where we teach.
Okay, so those are
that's a school
for education. Here is one of the many classrooms.
So
I like his design of the walkway. He's able to navigate everywhere he's going.
I'll thank you for your time.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, how people describe Rome. You know, this where all the roads come to Rome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So series now can introduce, you know, text to win and what prizes you can get from this.
Okay, so now once again we want to encourage all of you to join our text to win. This will be our second round, so please get all your submissions in. I want you to text WIN HFUSA, WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006. Again, WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006. And this will send you a link to join our newsletter. And it's very important for you guys to be able to keep up to date on all of our missions, all of our improvements. And it's very good to see our global impact and how much we're able to help.
Yeah, so be sure to donate, be sure to, text to win. You're on this call, you're giving us your time, might as well, get something else out of it as well. I know you're getting Amazon gift card, if I'm not mistaken, so you can get, whatever your heart desires. And now I would like to talk about some of our, personal experiences about with Humanity First. So Sri's gone on multiple Gift of Health trips, and I think as a pre-med student that really shapes your perspective on medicine and makes you more of a human. You have a bigger holistic view of healthcare rather than just the hard sciences that were drilled from day one in college. So I'd like to hear from his experiences on that.
Yeah, no, it's very enlightening and eye-opening to see the different kind of healthcare systems from a global perspective. We have here in the US, we have healthcare, Medicaid, Medicare for people who aren't able to afford private insurances. But places like Guatemala and abroad, they're very in need of these kinds of healthcare because they don't have insurance programs. They have for-profit healthcare system, meaning it can be very expensive to pay for treatment out of pocket. And a lot of these people, impoverished villagers and people who aren't as well off, they're not able to afford these kinds of healthcare. So they've never actually seen a physician or a general physician that we get to see every couple months a year, and they just don't have the same access to healthcare. So it was very just heartwarming for me to be able to go help. And for me specifically, I had Ian prior to this.
Yeah, so I think we have our winners announced, and I think the two winners we have today are I think Amto Mateen, and then who is the second winner? Naseem Ahmad. So these are our two winners today. Humanity First will get in touch with you and give you the information for your prize. So we really want everyone to participate in this. So text to WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006 to win your door prize. Once again, text WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006. Thank you. And now, just on the topic that Sri was talking about, I feel like when I went to Guatemala, one thing that really touched me or impacted me was, we were taking vitals of hundreds and hundreds of patients. And then, one patient came and was like, I don't have a history of diabetes. I'm still young. And then we took the blood sugar and it came out to be 346. I still remember that number. And I was shocked because, this, I think she was in her 30s. A woman, and she did not have access to the medications that we have, such as metformin, and Humanity First was able to provide at least 3 to 4 months of stock for that woman. And it was so satisfying to see the work that Humanity First is doing on these trips, and continuing that healthcare in Nasser Hospital. I think that also gave us a lot of satisfaction on going to these trips to Guatemala, going on these trips to Guyana, and it really motivates us to go forward as students. And as aspiring healthcare professionals. And also, with the education project, we're providing one-on-one free tutoring to students across the country and also additionally in Jamaica. And it's amazing to see how Humanity First as a platform is able to channel students in, put them on one platform to serve humanity, and is able to, respond quickly. Even in disaster situations, like, for example, in Maui, even the education project was able to launch a tutoring program to help, remediate the learning loss there. And we're still continuing that to this day to help them continue schooling when times are difficult because of the fires that have gone on. So yeah, Sri, do you have anything else to add?
No, I mean, that's everything you said is amazing. It's also coincides with how important it is for our organization in each the chapter It's just important for us to all be able to know this. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so thank you so much for your time. We're going to be transitioning now, so I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
And only with Humanity First, young people like me and my fellow colleagues at the Education Project were able to create an innovative platform that can really better serve underserved communities and uplift them educationally in a way that you can't do in other organizations. And that's such a blessing that we have at Humanity First.
Humanity First has given me so many fond memories and powerful experiences in serving with the organization. When we started the Humanity First student organization at the University of Texas at Austin, this was a particularly transformative experience because of the fact that we got to see just how compelling and how powerful the message of Humanity First and its mission was for folks who had never even heard of the organization until that time. And what stood out to these folks and for us as officers and serving members was the fact that we were not just a local organization serving some local needs. We were in fact part of a larger international community and even more a family that was working to serve humanity together. And this was something that distinguished us, and this is something I feel that distinguishes Humanity First as a whole anywhere around the world.
Education project, I was paired with a 5-year-old girl, Zoe, who's going into kindergarten this year. By far the most rewarding thing I've done all summer is work with her on how to read and watch her progress and learn how to read on her own for the first time.
And my favorite memory with HFSO was our 2019 Gift of Health Guatemala trip. We served underprivileged areas and worked in hospitals directly with doctors, and I think it has prepared me for my future in the healthcare.
Hello, my name is Bashir, and I'm the HFSO president at Foothill High School. One of my favorite HFSO memories is advertising our club every year at our school's club fair. It's always really exciting to see new members and new students interested in joining this amazing team. Over the summer, we wanted to make sure that we were still helping Humanity First efforts even though we were in quarantine. So we created a fundraising page for HF's We Care campaign for COVID-19 relief, and all of our members created social media posts and actively encouraged their friends and families to donate, and we were able to raise over $1,000. To get our entire school involved with our projects, we created a women's shelter clothing drive. We set up a donation bin in our school's main office, and a lot of students donated items. And we all got together and packed up those items and delivered them to a women's shelter. We managed to collect over 200 items.
And my favorite memory during my time at HFSO UCF was be able to participate in the Gift of Health program and travel to Guatemala, being able to learn about new culture, learn about a different culture and help those in need, while also being able to travel with my best friend and just be able to learn about valuable experiences in life and being able to transfer all that into my professional degree.
First at OSU. My favorite part of HF is our annual basketball tournament fundraiser.
And my favorite memory of HF was our Bob Ross fundraiser.
Our mission is to focus on disaster relief
and local food deserts.
Hi, my name is Sam Rosenberg, and I'm president of HF at UMD. Some of my favorite memories working with my HFSO here have been being able to get to know those who I'm working with. It's truly a beautiful thing to be able to get to meet new people, but what's even better is being able to bring them all together to help out others for great causes.
Hi, my name is Emma Willow. I am the president of HFSO at the University of Pikeville. And one of my favorite things about our chapter is that we've still had the opportunity to go to the soup kitchen and make hot meals for people in our community, even through COVID. So at the beginning of the semester, a lot of our clubs at the university weren't able to go out and actually directly help some of the people in the community. So for us, we've been able to get back to the soup kitchen, which is one of our most popular events that we had, and we are able to make those meals, and we usually make about 160 meals each Saturday for people in the community, and I know it means a lot to them. So thank you guys so much for this great opportunity and organization that we have. Thank you.
I joined Humanity First because I really liked what their mission statement stood for, and I wanted an opportunity to give back to a community in Philadelphia.
I wanted to join HFSO because I wanted to be a part of the community outreach and join and help the community around and do service activities with them and get to know our community a little better.
Hello, my name is Sarah.
I am a part of UCF HFSO. One of my favorite experiences with HFSO has been the summit we went to this past summer. It genuinely was so eye-opening, and we got to see Washington, D.C. We had fun. I got to meet so many new people, and also just the take-home that I brought with me about HFSO in general, about what the club stands for, our morals, values. It's just the passion that I could relate to all the other presidents and all of the other board members of HFSO, and I could bring that back to UCF.
Hi, my name is Ramin Khan, and I'm the president of Humanity First Student Organization, Temple University Chapter. Last spring, I asked the student division how our club can help the Gift of Sight program. Immediately, I was put into contact with the director of Gift of Sight, Dr. Asan Khan, and he expressed a need for used eyeglasses. So we set up donation boxes in eye clinics in Philadelphia, and we've already collected over 150 eyeglasses that will be provided to underserved communities in Guatemala, Guyana, and more. Also, an additional 7 schools have started collecting eyeglasses. Starting an HFSO at your school is super easy and a great way to develop a passion for serving humanity. So if you're interested in starting one, please visit humanityfirststudents.org/get-involved to get started.
Welcome back. You saw all the students doing incredible work around the country. I just got a message from Alina. I got a couple of other messages of youth that are really engaged. You know, we have still 283 people logged in so far. We have lots of individuals logging in. We've already raised $38,000 tonight. We have some anonymous donors of $500 based on Safir Bhatti's ask. So we are getting individuals coming in. If you so become inclined to give in any of these areas, please go on the app, go on the website and give to Humanity First USA. And now we're going to transition the conversation to something that a lot of us have been struggling with personally in the community. How do we make an impact with all that's going on in the world, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's in Africa, or everywhere Humanity First has been involved? I'm joined now by our chairman of Humanity First, Munam Naeem Saib, and the chairman of Disaster Relief internationally and domestically, Mahmood Qureshi Saib, Dr. Mahmood Qureshi, excuse me, Dr. Saab. We'll start, Munam Saab, with you. You know, a lot of us have been crying, have been really struggling with disaster relief. It's very hard to look at the pictures. It's very hard to make an impact. And, you know, so we are inclined to give financially. We want to go volunteer. What is the latest status of Humanity First as it comes to disaster relief?
Right, Mac, I think you will agree with me that last couple of years, back-to-back disasters, it seems like kind of breaking your back. But, you know, these are the disasters we have to deal with, and help is desperately needed in these. You know, we start, if you step back from Ukraine war, you know, the outcome of that, the devastation, moving into the Turkey earthquake, you know, moving into Morocco's earthquake, then coming to Hawaii's fire, the wildfire disaster, and then, you know, in between, obviously, then the last and, you know, the most recent and more painful one is what's happening in Palestine and Israel side. So these are, the disasters that are, you know, in our forefront. And when Humanity First was established, actually it was established as a disaster response to initially, and then we expanded our program into the Human Development Program, because obviously the need is both. But since 1994-95, when we started out, that was a disaster also when we started out. So we are the best person who's helping us to lead this effort, although the entire Humanity First team rolls up their sleeves, whether that is our fund development team, whether that's a marketing team, whether that's our logistics team, you name it, for our volunteer management team, everybody works together to help in this disaster response there. So I think we will talk to Mahmood Qureshi Saab. I know his plate is full right now. And I think most importantly, what we need from our supporters and donors, first, to please pray. Pray for those people who have been impacted by these devastating disasters. Pray for the Humanity First team. That sometimes we send people on the disaster sites, whether it was Turkey disaster or Haiti disaster, people went out there and in the harm's way to help people. So please pray for those. And then, pray for all the donors who support us and all the background team. But I think more importantly, we want to hear from Dr. Mahmood Qureshi, that what is in his top priority nowadays, and we'll have discussion with him.
Yeah, no, that's really helpful. And, that's a great start to start with prayer, what we can all do. And you can do more in other ways as well after that. With that, Dr. Mahmood Qureshi, you've been at this a long time. And I remember when you started almost 20 years ago, driving to Katrina, driving to various other disasters physically, taking Haris and Father with you. And now 19 years later, you are leading all the disaster relief efforts for Humanity First around the world under Ahmadiyya Saab, our international chairman, Munab Naeem Saab, our domestic chairman. What is on top of mind right now, and how far have we come in our ability to respond to disasters?
So I think, as you know, Mac, that Humanity First started with the Bosnian crisis, which was also very difficult in 1994. But now we are dealing with a very, very difficult, horrible disaster that's unfolding in Gaza. And, this started after the terrible terrorist attacks in Israel. And in Gaza at the moment, we are working with reliable partners, reliable NGOs, where we can get help into Gaza. As you know, it's not easy. It's been very, very difficult. But that's what we do. And, as a standard, as Humanity First work is, we help with food, water, shelter, and medical. Those are our four basic pillars, that kind of when we do immediate disaster relief. So we are trying to do the same thing.
We are supporting the Middle East, Israel-Palestine crisis. We are supporting actively.
So yes, we are raising funds, and yes, we are supporting it actively through our reliable partners. As you know, we have to make sure that when we get help into Gaza, it should not fall into the hands of extremists or terrorists. We want to make sure that we are helping the right people, and that for that reason, we are ensuring that the partners we work with have a method where the aid gets to the right people. Although getting aid into Gaza at the moment is a little bit of a challenge, but we are working on it actively, and we have a strategy of long-term help for that area, because the way, the devastation that we have seen, that there will be long-term help needed, and we are making a plan for that.
So if I give today towards this crisis, not only will it help today, you'll have a strategy to help in the long term as well, because a lot of people are struggling with this. It's keeping them up at night. Munab Saab, so if we were to ask our viewers to give towards this crisis, seems like we can make an active impact through partners, and eventually directly as well.
Absolutely. And I think you hit the core point here, and Qureshi mentioned as well. Right now, obviously, we have partners there who are able to get the food and the necessary item as the opportunity comes through. So that is, and I was talking to one of our partners there, and they said need is so desperate. So obviously, we are raising funds to get them. But most importantly, what will happen after this? We are praying that this should stop and this should settle. But once these people come out of devastation, settling those. In Indonesia, we were there for 5 years or 6 years. Keep helping to improve, the resettlement in Katrina, whether you go to Turkey, building housing, or in Pakistan and all those places. So the aftermath is also extremely important. So people should just think about it and donate, not only for the emergency today, but for the rebuilding tomorrow as well.
So it's a long.
Max, I just wanted to add to that we are also working with our partners to actively see if we can attain a ceasefire, because I feel like that is what's needed, so we can get aid and help into Gaza as well. But I also want to make sure that we mention another terrorist activity that we dealt with last year in Burkina Faso, which is an active ongoing project that we're working on, is rebuilding homes of those people who were displaced because of horrible terrorist activities in Burkina Faso. So that has been going on as well in a town called Dori, where these people are living in makeshift tents and in a very difficult circumstances. And we are working on a project to provide housing. So we are hoping that our donors will also support that aspect of our disaster relief.
Just to slow down a little bit, we're talking about yet another location, Burkina Faso. For those of us that are geographically challenged, is in Africa. What is the challenge there?
So they are also dealing with terrorism in their country. And if you remember last year, there was a horrible terrorist activity where over 100 people, there's about 800 people who have lost their homes because of that terrorist activity. And they have now been they're seeking refugee shelter in a town called Dori, this is in West Africa. So we are rebuilding and providing housing to those people who have lost their livelihood, who've lost their places to live, and we are trying to help them as well. So while we are helping in Gaza and planning and working on that actively, we are also working in Burkina Faso. And we just are wrapping up our disaster relief activity in Morocco, where we had the terrible earthquake as well.
So Dr. Qureshi, help me understand the scope. You talked about food, water, shelter, and recovery. The scope of Humanity First. I know Humanity First International is now a much larger organization than 20 years ago, but there's a lot of concurrent things happening, and that is why we need those individuals watching to give of their time, talent, and treasure, tell their friends about this. This is a viable, international, trustworthy, credible organization where we maximize the dollars to our donors. But how is Humanity First building the capacity to be able to do work on multiple disasters? You just mentioned Morocco, you just mentioned Burkina Faso. I know you've done work in Ukraine. You personally physically went over there. And then we've got
Turkey. So
Turkey as well, yes.
I think our biggest strength is our volunteers and the presence in all these countries. We have presence in all these places, including, in the Middle East. And we have folks on the ground who become our volunteers. And the scope then expands because we have people who can help us with our work anywhere, any part in the globe. So that is our strength. But of course, we also need funds. Without funds, our help can be so much. So that's the ask today, that if you could donate to our disaster relief fund through Humanity First USA, we can help globally with our volunteers who are all over.
Yeah.
And I just want to put, go ahead, Manoj.
Next, I would like to add 2 points there to Dr. Qureshi's points. One, because we are a global organization, so we have D4 countries, so we kind of,
what is D4? I don't understand what that means.
These are 4: USA, Canada, Germany, and UK. These countries are blessed with, wealth and support that they can help the underdeveloped countries. So what we have done is we have assigned certain countries to be helped by this. So this is where we manage our financials to make sure that, we are focusing on this. And then if it is a major higher level of disaster, all countries jump in. So in this case, in the major disaster, sometimes you will have people sitting in Indonesia, sitting in Africa, helping the people. When the Japan earthquake came, we had donations coming in from the poorest countries of Africa as well. So this is our global strength. That we have, that people help the time of need. So it's a really robust organization, but obviously volunteer-based and boots on the ground type of thing. But definitely donations are one of the major parts that we always need help with.
And, we just, Dr. Qureshi, you're competing with, we just saw cute kids doing lots of great work, and that's important, and we're doing domestic work. But this need is urgent. And from what I understand, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we are credible, the dollars are actually going to the work, and are we making an impact?
Absolutely. I think you should ask that one, person, when we recently did some work in Hawaii, the kind of support that we were able to give, the government wasn't able to provide that. We were able to provide medical help. We were able to provide legal help. And then, you make a difference one person at a time. And that's what our strength is. As we are preparing for disaster, we always ask we have guidance to our US members as well to prepare for disaster. We get hurricanes, we get, snowstorms. So as we are helping globally, we also have messages, and we also have information that will help our domestic donors also to prepare in their own households for disasters as well.
And Munam Sab, I'd love to give of my time. I am not a doctor. I'd love to give of my talent. I'm not a doctor. I can give of my treasure. This is where it appears that today, the need is today. Humanity First knows how to manage this. We've done hundreds of disasters before. We would really like to ask people to go to the website and donate to this crisis. Any last thoughts on disaster relief?
Right. I would say don't wait for disaster to happen. We know that when disaster comes, we have to respond. At that point, if we start to ask for the money, we need to be there. We need to provide that help immediately. So this is why we are doing this type of event. So we replenish our funds. We are ready. God forbid the next disaster comes in, we can quickly go with the funds and with the volunteers, with whoever we need to. So this is most important thing is that this is our annual fundraiser event. So we should definitely help in this case.
Once again, thank you to Dr. Qureshi for all that you've done with your time and your talent, in particular, traveling to all these locations, and hundreds of volunteers from the USA and around the world that are giving of their time, as we said, pray for them as they go and they actually address these challenges. We're going to ask all our audience to participate and support and pray, and to be able to give of their resources, of their treasures in going forward. Are we good?
Are we good? Yes.
Thank you.
Good. With that, I would like to ask everyone to give on the website. Secondly, Text to Win is still happening, and we have winners as well. So don't get discouraged. We have announced a few winners. Just as a reminder, the Text to Win information is you need to text WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006, and the prizes are tremendous. So don't get discouraged. Join us in being able to give towards that. And once again, we've already raised over $38,000. We're asking you to engage. Well, congratulations to round one winners, Malik and Haseen Ahmed as well. With that, thank you. And we will Tariq Akbar Ali and Fahim Tariq as well. Our next round of winners, congratulations to you too. Text to Win. With that, we're going to look at the Indonesian Orphan Care Project video to learn more about what Humanity First is doing around the world.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Ahmad Masihudin. Saya saat ini menjabat sebagai Peace Chairman Humanity First Indonesia. Alhamdulillah di tahun 2023 HIF Indonesia mendapatkan mandat dari HIF Internasional dan juga HIF Amerika, yaitu agar dapat mewujudkan suatu rumah yatim piatu atau tempat penampungan anak-anak bagi anak yatim piatu. Alasan Humanity First Indonesia disupport HIAP Nasional dan juga HIAP Amerika untuk membentuk rumah yatim piatu atau panti asuhan ini adalah dikarenakan memang permasalahan anak yatim piatu ini di Indonesia tentunya itu sangat dibilang cukup prihatin ya. Karena kalau lihat dari posisinya adalah Indonesia ini peringkat keempat yang punya permasalahan anak yatim piatu. Dan kalau lihat dari jumlah anak yatim piatu secara nasional itu pun cukup besar, yaitu 4 juta anak. Nah, apalagi di saat COVID itu ada penambahan 20.000 anak yang memang jumlah ini cukup besar. Bahkan secara penampungan itu saat ini menampung hanya 45.000 anak, sehingga jadi harus disupport. Karena memang pemerintah tentunya tidak bisa mengatasi permasalahan ini sendiri. Tentunya perlu ada lembaga-lembaga, yayasan ataupun NGO atau pribadi-pribadi yang ingin membentuk suatu rumah yatim piatu atau penampungan anak-anak yatim, karena memang ini menjadi trouble yang memang tidak bisa diatasi oleh pemerintah itu sendiri gitu. Nah, melihat dari permasalahan yang ada di Tasik, karena memang di Tasik sendiri pun kemarin itu kalau jika lihat dari media itu sekitar 1.300 anak yatim piatu memang sedang diupayakan untuk dibantu oleh pemerintah Tasik gitu. Jadi menurut saya sangat penting sekali panti asuhan ini ada di Tasikmalaya. Dari permasalahan anak yatim piatu yang tadi saya sampaikan itu, akhirnya mendorong HIAP Indonesia, HIAP Internasional dan juga HIAP Amerika untuk mempunyai program rumah yatim piatu atau panti asuhan. Karena sangat penting bagaimana peran kemanusiaannya HIAP ini itu terwujud di dalam panti asuhan ini. Maka itu kami di 2023 alhamdulillah sudah mendapatkan panti asuhan yang bernama Panti Hasanah Kausar. Panti ini sebenarnya berdiri di tahun 2000. Ya memang sebelumnya itu dikelola oleh Yayasan Wisma Damai, dan saat ini di April 2023 Humanity First sudah dipercaya atau dimandatkan untuk mengelola panti asuhan ini. Kalau lihat dari perkembangan panti tersebut, panti asuhan yang dulu itu bisa dibilang bangunannya kuno dan tidak terurus. Dan saat ini sejak April HIAP Indonesia dipercaya atau diamanatkan untuk menjalankan panti di sana, kami melakukan pemetaan tentunya, melakukan asesmen. Setelah HIAP melakukan asesmen dan kami menemukan beberapa yang harus kita perbaiki tentunya. Terutama yang kita perbaiki adalah sisi bangunan. Kami udah merenovasi karena memang kedepannya kami akan menampung dalam waktu setahun ini, target kita adalah 25 anak. Dan maka itu kami harus memperbaiki dan juga menambah kamar-kamar. Jadi kita sudah membagi antara ruang laki-laki dan juga ruang perempuan. Dan juga ada ruang tengah. Selain itu juga tentunya punya kantor, punya office. Jadi penting sekali ketika nanti ada orang yang mau menitipkan anaknya atau ada orang yang mau donasi, itu ada di kantor. Kita juga punya ruangan belajar, pustaka anak laki-laki dan juga pustaka anak perempuan nantinya. Dan juga ruang makan perempuan dan juga ruang makan laki-laki. Jadi semua itu sudah kita perbaiki dan tentunya menyesuaikan dengan target dan kebutuhan kita berapa tahun ke depan. Dengan mengikuti jumlah anak yang nantinya akan bertambah tentunya seiring dengan waktu berjalan gitu. Setelah melakukan asesmen tentunya kami melihat dari perkembangan anaknya ya. Karena kalau lihat dari latar belakang anak-anaknya ini kan sebenarnya bukan dari orang-orang yang punya ya atau orang kaya. Ada juga anak-anak yang memang masa lalunya punya permasalahan di keluarganya sehingga mereka harus ada di panti ini. Nah sebenarnya yang kami harus lihat adalah sisi psikologis mereka. Itu menjadi PR kami ke depannya untuk bagaimana mereka menjadi lebih baik. Dalam artian mereka bisa berkomunikasi. Apalagi nanti dengan program-program yang akan kita jalanin, mereka harus bisa mempunyai kepercayaan diri sehingga mereka ketika udah lepas atau keluar dari panti tersebut, mereka harus bisa mempunyai mental dan mempunyai keterampilan dan hal lainnya supaya mereka bisa hidup di luar dengan persaingan-persaingan yang ada tentunya di luar dari panti ya gitu mungkin. Tentunya kami juga membangun suatu sistem yang baru ya di panti tersebut, yaitu kita membangun SOP dan juga selain itu kita juga membuat visi misi karena itu penting buat keberlangsungan panti ini ke depannya. Kita mempunyai visi itu meringankan penderitaan dengan memberikan kesempatan anak-anak yatim piatu yang terlantar dengan kasih sayang, dengan pendidikan, dan selain itu kita juga punya misi itu melindungi dan memberikan naungan kepada mereka, memberikan tempat tinggal, memberikan makan, memberikan mereka pendidikan dan lain-lain. Tentunya itu menjadi visi misi Humanity First Indonesia dalam mengelola Panti Hasanah Kausar ini. Nah, selain visi misi tersebut, kami juga punya program tentunya. Program kami ada 3, itu adalah anak yang cerdas, berakhlak, dan berprestasi. Dalam 3 program itu kami punya beberapa program turunannya. Seperti tadi kita lihat dari cerdas dan juga berprestasi, kami punya program yang namanya Kakak Asuh. Di mana program ini, Kakak Asuh ini sebenarnya program memang kita rancang bagaimana kami mengajak anak-anak mahasiswa, anak-anak muda untuk datang ke panti untuk memberikan keterampilan kepada mereka. Selain memberikan keterampilan, mereka juga diberikan kasih sayang tentunya. Karena kan banyak orang-orang yang cuma datang ke panti, ngasih makan, terus pergi. Padahal mereka membutuhkan lebih dari itu. Nah, selanjutnya ada program skill building atau memang program keterampilan mereka sendiri ya. Itu di tahun 2004 ini kita fokus di dalam program bahasa Inggris dulu. Mungkin selanjutnya nanti akan ada program komputer dan lain-lain. Mengikuti dari perkembangan dan dicapai ya. Kenapa kita fokuskan di bahasa Inggris? Karena sekarang bahasa Inggris sangat penting. Jadi memang itu yang kita fokuskan supaya anak-anak yatim piatu ini bisa punya kelebihan di dalam berbahasa Inggris. Terus berakhlak tentunya ini sangat penting karena anak-anak yang ada di panti ini harus mempunyai sisi attitude atau akhlak yang baik untuk bagaimana mereka mempunyai adab dalam bergaul dan adab juga dalam banyak hal. Mungkin itu yang menjadi target kita di tahun 2024 dan mungkin nanti akan ada evaluasi perkembangannya seperti apa.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Imas. Saya di sini alhamdulillah dari bulan Mei tahun 2016. Jadi kurang lebih saya di sini sudah 8 tahun. Saya di sini sebagai juru masak panti. Sudah ada HFMA alhamdulillah, bangunan panti langsung direnov. Terus kegiatan anak-anak sehari-hari juga lebih diperhatikan, terus lebih aktif lah gitu. Terus kita juga alhamdulillah sering ditengok.
Nama saya Iis Fatimah, saya sebagai staf kebersihan. Sekarang alhamdulillah dengan adanya HF, jadi kita itu bisa lebih baik lagi untuk memelihara di panti ini. Seperti sekarang ini kan ada tugas ibu, ada SK-nya ini harus begini, jadi gampang untuk mengerjakannya, itu mungkin.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Pardiansa, saya berasal dari Pangandaran. Saya sekolah di SMA Negeri 7 Tasikmalaya, tepatnya kelas 12. Setelah HF, ini panti direnovasi, pokoknya fasilitas jadi lebih bagus lagi. Terus mungkin dari fasilitas yang dikasih ke anak-anak gitu. Setelah HF datang mungkin uang saku bertambah.
Oke, tentunya kami berharap memang selain tadi ada program Kakak Asuh, kami juga punya program Orang Tua Asuh ya. Karena dengan adanya program Orang Tua Asuh ini gimana para orang tua angkat yang memang nantinya berdonasi tentunya bisa membantu kami dalam menambah bahkan lebih banyak lagi anak-anak yang kita tampung tentunya. Dari segi pendidikan, segi keterampilan dan juga dari hal-hal lain juga bisa akan lebih unggul. Tentunya kami perlu support itu. Maka itu kami mengajak sobat kemanusiaan agar kita asuh bersama, kita didik bersama dan kita berikan kasih sayang bersama untuk anak-anak yatim piatu yang memang kita tampung di Panti Hasanah Kautsar.
Welcome back. And as you can see, we showed you a great heartwarming video about orphan care. We are getting a lot of great feedback from people watching. Dr. Madil Abdullah, thank you for joining us and watching. Now that you have all this time on your hand, post your Sadadat. And we want you to get more involved with the Humanity First, which I'm sure you will with all this time on your hands. And many others sending messages saying they are engaged, they are listening, and they want to support Humanity First at a greater and greater level as the need increases. You just finished watching a video on orphan care. We just talked about disaster relief. I'm joined now by the chairman of Humanity First, Munam Naeem, as well as a senior director with Humanity First, Elena Ladone, who's got lots of experience in working in the not-for-profit sector. Both of them are great individuals who are supporting Humanity First in many ways. Let me start with you, Munam Saab. Help me understand this orphan care project a little more. That was a great video. Again, we went from disaster care. We're shifting focus a little bit to talk about the depth and breadth of what Humanity First does. How did we get involved in orphan care?
Right. I think, I mentioned earlier that these are the silent voices that don't reach to us, right? I mean, when disaster happen, people are shown the pain and suffering that's going on, right? And sometimes we learn through the media and all that. But there are other silent killers out there. Sometimes it is the starvation, hunger, sometimes it's a medical need. But the orphan care is also a very important area where we like to help. Up until now, HF Germany has been working on this orphan care program, and I believe HF Canada, Humanity First Canada also. But this was the first opportunity. Indonesia Humanity First reached out to us, and with the help of HF International, mentioned about that they wanted to adopt this orphan care center, and they wanted to do a good job with that. So, obviously everyone feels pains for that. And we basically said, yes, we will help. And then we got Humanity First Germany and Canada to pitch in and help in this program. So this is where, obviously funds are important there. So this project is just getting off the ground. You saw the video. They have just now refurbished the whole property, and now they are going to start with, I believe, 20 some odd children to start out with. Obviously, it's going to grow because it's just a starting point. But orphan care is the toughest area, right? If you're dealing with children, you have to deal with their education, food, overall take care. So from cost perspective, it is a bit costly. But if we don't take care of them, who will? That is
a lot of spiritual rewards for orphan care as well, from what I understand, to support orphans.
And the Holy Quran teaches us that if we are Muslims, and Holy Prophet also, peace be upon him, has also taught us to take care of the orphan. So from if we come from the faith angle, we come from that angle, or from any human being, I think that their heart will go out to help. So this is what we have started here, and we feel that it's a good start in terms of providing the quality care that we need to provide.
So, Elaine, let me step back a little and just think about the breadth of Humanity First USA. Now that you're a veteran with Humanity First, there are youth. There's a lot of infrastructure development. We're on over 30 campuses. We have over 60 chapters in the U.S. We are working in disaster relief. We have a highly, highly successful hospital in Guatemala that we are working with. We were just in Hawaii, not for vacation, but due to a disaster there, and providing all kinds of support. What is the breadth of the items and the different projects that we are working on?
Right. I think, education, right? That's first thing that you want to provide, because we feel that education help fights the extreme poverty, right? So we are operating 27 schools right now, and our goal is to go up to 50 schools by 2025. So we have a year and a half in our hand to reach to that number of 50 schools in East Africa, West Africa, some in Central and South America as well. So education is one thing. Our global health program, right, beside Nasser Hospital, that we need to expand. We need to work there, but we have other places where we are operating the medical clinics. Tanzania is on the radar, where the Youth Auxiliary is helping us to build that hospital. So the global health.
We're building yet another hospital in Tanzania.
It's a medical center, right? It's a medical
center. That's great.
Yeah, is needed that. So global health is our focus. Fighting the hunger is we didn't talk about much about the food pantries here. We didn't talk about a whole lot of the so-called the sustainable ways to provide food in Africa and other places. So the fighting the hunger is another major program. Then education, we talked about our skill centers, sewing school for ladies, that help empower them, and skill centers in Liberia. So those programs are there from the education perspective. And then obviously Water for Life and Gift of Sight. You have heard that. I think we have just built the ophthalmology center in Nasser Hospital. But other than that, in many other countries, Dr. Hassan has been leading that effort. So Gift of Sight surgeries are so good. So we provide that as well. And Water for Life, that overall Humanity First has done almost or close to 6,000 water installation pumps and all that. We are providing water to close to, I would say, 6 million people plus.
That's amazing. Elena, help me make sense of, as a donor, how should I think about these projects? How should I split my dollars amongst all these projects? Should I give unrestricted? Elena, help me understand how I should be thinking about my giving to Humanity First.
Yeah, thank you for asking. I mean, as Monam said, we've touched on so many of the programs here and didn't even have time to go into depth about many of the others. For anyone who's new to Humanity First, you can get from this program just the sense of the breadth and depth of the work all around the globe. So, of course, there are opportunities to give specifically to any of those programs that really touch your heart and have an impact on you and the impact that you want to see in the world. But of course, giving unrestricted funds to our general fund is a way that allows us as Humanity First, as an organization that's in tune with the needs in many different countries and across many different focus areas, to allocate those dollars where we know that the need is greatest at any given time. So we love to hear from donors to know what it is that they're most excited about, and please do feel free to give in any way that most compels you. But those general funds, unrestricted funds, do let us have that flexibility to find where the need is greatest and to expand our programs into somewhere that maybe we haven't done before, and then we can share more and bring our donors along on that journey.
That's really helpful. Now some exciting, Monam Saab, you and I have been at this for almost 19 years. Or over 19 years. And Elena, you've been at this for a long time as well. But we've got an anniversary coming up. That's pretty exciting. How are you preparing for this?
We are thrilled, and yes, I'm much newer to Humanity First than many of our presenters today, and many listening in. But what an exciting time to be part of Humanity First, coming into our 20th anniversary as an organization, the HFUSA as an organization. And we have a really packed year planned to celebrate all that we've been able to do together, and of course, look ahead to the years to come, because the work is not over. Monam, please share a little bit more.
Right. I think, so we want to make this a milestone. We have a couple of areas that Elena can further elaborate. One is that we are dependent on the donors and supporters, right? So our goal is, for at the 20th anniversary, we launched this campaign 20 for 20. So 20K for 20, meaning that we want 20,000 supporters in our portfolio when we hit our 20th anniversary mark, right, Elena? That, Elena is going to work hard to bring other noble souls across the country and all of that. So it's not, community-centric organization. So that is one of our goals. Second big thing is that, as we come to the 20th anniversary mark, we want to look back and see what we have done, share the story of Humanity First with the people, and share what we have done. We want to do exhibition. We want to share all the great work that we have done through your support, right? But also, more importantly, what are we going to do? What are we going to do, and what is up for us for the years to come? But at this, milestone, we want to wrap up a few things. We want to just put stake in the ground for our 20th anniversary milestone, that this is what we are committing to move forward with. So there are a lot of goals there we have laid out. We talked about schools, right? We talked about that as one of our goals there. We talked about the expansion of the hospital in Guatemala, plus other hospitals that we have in the work for us. So there are different goals that we are laying out for our 20th anniversary. So we just don't make a commemorative event, but a commitment also. So we want,
just to let you know that what you're saying is working. We just had, we were just teasing Madil Abdullah, who is the former president of the Muslim and the Muslim Youth Association, MKUSA, and he made a significant gift towards our virtual family dinner, an unrestricted gift to exactly what you're saying and what Elena was saying, that allowing you to have the flexibility of where the need is at the moment and to be able to leverage those dollars to make a great impact. We're grateful to Dr. Abdullah. We'd like his brother, Dr. Fazan Abdullah, to participate. We'd like to ask Abdullah Dibba to participate and all the other Abdullahs out there to join in this. But, individuals, that's just to say what you're saying matters, Munam Saab and Elena, and there's individuals responding in real time towards the call. But with that, Elena, you want to make a quick announcement before we show a video about our 20th anniversary?
Yes, I do. This now is our final round of door prizes. So right now, all you have to do is text WIN HFUSA, WIN HFUSA to 844-407-1006. And that's the number that you'll see on your screen, 844-407-1006. This is your last chance to win our biggest prize. So WIN HFUSA to that number. Thank you so much.
Elena, when are you going to announce these winners?
Oh, very soon, just in the closing segment, which is coming up very soon. Exactly.
I'm gonna enter right now just to make sure I can try to sway you to let me win. But while I'm trying to sway
you can't. I should have said my mistake. The 50th text. We have a way to do this so that Mac can't game the system. 50th text will receive a $100 gift card from Amazon. So please
amazing.
Text now, and we'll be right back to announce the winner.
That's great. Now we're going to transition to a video, and then we're going to come back, announce some winners, talk about Giving Tuesday, and hear a little bit more about what's next and what do we, once we look at the anniversary, and how do we look beyond it. With that, let's go to our video.
As we enter our 20th year of serving humanity, we are celebrating 2 decades of supporting people around the world, and we are ready to expand our impact for the next 20 years. Just some of our ambitious goals include to open 25 new international primary and secondary schools by 2025, to establish standalone food pantries across the United States, to enact a vision of global healthcare access, including Nazar Hospital's 5-year sustainability initiative. To achieve these goals, we have launched a membership campaign for you and people like you, 20K for 20. This campaign is an opportunity for our existing and new supporters to unite and create a community of 20,000 champions of humanity. Our esteemed donors, who give annually to expand our ability to impact communities, are our champions. By becoming a member, you will be supporting life-changing work around the world, such as constructing schools, combating hunger, installing water hand pumps, offering health care, and providing relief to those affected by disasters. We hope you will join us in this important work and become a part of our rich history of helping humanity through our initiatives. Join us in launching into our 20th year. Support the Humanity First USA 20K for 20 campaign. Become a champion for humanity by donating $20 or more today and telling a friend. Be a part of this momentous year by contributing towards our goal of reaching 20,000 supporters in 2024. Visit our website, usa.humanityfirst.org, and become a member today, and see our progress to become 20K strong throughout this 20th year of service.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed yet another video. There's a great team, Ismet Mahmood and others who are working in the background to make this video. Walid, Nudrat Salek. I mean, there's just an incredible team. Bashir Malik, who's
Kamar Zara, and so many people.
That's right, Tahir Kamar, the ambassador programs. I mean, there is an army behind these screens that's doing the real work to get us here. But yet, Munam Saab, where are we going here? It seems like, as you were saying, we're coming up to the 20th anniversary. We want to make a mark. What's next?
Hey, that make a mark, right? There is one area that the team is working on with help of Elena as well. We will announce a cross-country walk, meaning that we will have our supporters and donors across America participate in one of our walk. It'll be fun. It'll be a great thing. This is our Walk for Humanity at our 20th years milestone, and there's a lot of fun with that. So we will not reveal all of that today. Wait, it will come out. So that is one thing that we are going to do. Other thing I will mention about is obviously we need help to make the 20,000 supporters for Humanity First. So I would like all of our supporters.
What does that mean? What does that mean? It's not 20,000 supporters. You'd like in the coming year to have 20,000 supporters. So I've got to go ask lots of friends. I got to go beyond my Madil Abdullah Old Faithful here.
Yes, and I think we have right now close to maybe 9,000 to 10,000 people in our database that are supporting Humanity First one way or another, whether one-time donation or not. Our goal is to go to 20,000. By giving $20, you become kind of part of that, supporting team of Humanity First. So I would like you to spread the word to your friends, to your colleagues at work, to your neighborhood, that, hey, this is a good organization. This is what Humanity First does. Just participate in 20K for 20 campaign with them, donate $20, and then we will have them. Then we will keep them up to date of what Humanity First is doing. And if something touches their heart, they will donate or they will provide their volunteer time, whatever we need. So that is the 20K for 20 campaign.
That's great. I just got a message from Dr. Naseem Rahmatullah. The doctors are coming through. They're following suit here and giving. So with that, just transitioning a little bit, I know we have some winners that we're anxiously waiting to be announced. But also, Elena, before we do that, can you share a little bit about Thanksgiving is coming, and that's usually a busy holiday season. And there is also a public day of giving that comes up around that too.
There is National Giving Tuesday, and this is a national event just to recognize that we've all been given so much. The Thanksgiving holiday is about that and the whole holiday season, but Giving Tuesday recognizes how much blessings we have as people who can then give back. So like Munam said, we're excited for how people can help support Humanity First. Our longtime donors, people who have been supporters of Humanity First, people who are members of our network and have been for years, and now seeking 10,000 new members, so new people, your friends, your family, your colleagues who can learn about what Humanity First does, can get in the spirit of Giving Tuesday and join us, join our network, join the Humanity First USA family. So now's a great time to tell everyone that Giving Tuesday is for their generosity and for how much we thank them for investing in the great work that Humanity First USA does.
And Elena, that seems like we talk about influencers, but each one of us can be influencers with our 50 to 100 followers on one of our social media platforms and sharing about Humanity First, which takes 30 seconds, and it can make a huge impact. I know individuals give to individuals, people give to people when they see the trust that the people are putting in order to sharing that information. And I assume you want individuals to share this information.
Absolutely. So anyone who's on our newsletter, you can always forward the newsletter. You can retweet and repost and send those links out to your friends. But whether it's the 5 people in your book club or the 100 followers you have on X or Facebook, or the other parents on your child's sports team, like these are places, these are people in your network, and they will listen to you. They care about what you care about, just as you care about what they care about. So thank you for spreading the word about Humanity First USA in all the places where you have that influence and that community.
Thank you. And now, can we please announce these winners before I will stop getting these texts, people trying to persuade me to have sway, which I have none, it seems.
Absolutely. So once again, our round 1 door prize winners were Amtul Malin Malik and Hazim Ahmad. And then our round 2 winners, which were also already announced, Tarika Akbar Ali and Fahim Tariq. And our round 3 winner of the big prize, all applause to Muzaffar Qureshi. So thank you all so much for texting to win. We'll follow up with you
I want to be
for
clear.
this prize.
Muzaffar Qureshi is not related to Mahmoud Qureshi, right? Or else I will call foul.
I don't believe so.
That's great. Thank you, Elena. When I'm sub back to you, as we wrap this evening up, I hope you've enjoyed your pizza. I've got mine right here. It came right on time. Perfect execution by the team. In our closing thoughts, Madam Saab, I mean, we've been a little depressed with all that's going on in the world. We've been a little given lots of hope, not a little, in terms of what can be done, what is being done. Share with us your thoughts on where do we go from here?
Right. Mac, I think before I do that quickly, I forgot to mention about the groundbreaking that is happening in Guatemala. We were all supposed to be there at their 5th anniversary, but because of some civil unrest, we were not able to go.
This is the Nasser Hospital?
Yes, Nasser Hospital. We needed some expansion work there to bring this hospital to the next level so it can expand its support. The need is there. So anyways, so there's a groundbreaking, Elena. I think it's end of next month sometime.
December 1st.
Yeah, December. Okay. December.
Great.
So just wanted to point that out, that please pray that it goes well and it does the purpose that, serves the purpose that it is built for. So we are very excited for that. Now, to recap, I think, this was when we were scheduling this event, there were a lot of emotions came into the way that, look, this is a sad time for humanity. Look at the suffering that is going on. People feel the pain of innocent people dying, regardless of what side, what part. When people die, innocent people die, it's painful. When people suffer on top of that, it's even more painful. So some people thought that, okay, this is not the time to have the fun type of dinner. But then we basically messaged them. We said, good guys, we are worried about that. We are working towards that. We are raising funds and we will do our best to provide the help to people who need it. On the other end, we have hundreds of projects that are going on. We just can't stop. I cannot just shut down all the schools that I'm running. I cannot stop the orphan cares. I cannot, not do the water wells to provide the gift of surgeries that we have promised to the people. All of this work or the food pantry work that we are doing, how can that be stopped? So from that perspective, this is what keeps us, the team, up in the night here, because we know what we have in front of us and we know what we have to do. So we are continuously making effort to become more efficient, to become more disciplined, to become more organized, to become sustainable. All of these values that we are bringing in good people. Elena is a good add to our team here, and we have brought in some more people to our team so we can tap into some of the grants. So far we have been this just organic donations that has been helping us with the people. But I think we are now established a credible organization here that we can effectively use some grants and do much bigger projects to help. So there's a big future. 20th anniversary is opening the next decade of work that we will be very powerful and strong. The vision that one day, inshallah, will become bigger than Red Cross. We have the footprint, right now, and we have the actually footprint possible in 200 countries, but 65 registered countries that we are working on. But we just need continuous your support to get there, and we will convince corporate donors, will convince the other aid organization to trust Humanity First, because we have right people, right motivation, very enthusiastic team to support. So up until that is going on, we just continuously need your support and your prayers. Matt, that's all I wanted to say. And thank you to the team. Really, I think you mentioned a few names, but I'm always worried that we'll leave somebody out. But so a blanket statement for please pray for the Humanity First team, all the people in the background that have helped us. Pray for them and pray for all of the people who are suffering, and just may Allah enable us to do justice. And with that in mind, that we care for the humanity across the globe without any discrimination of color, race, religion, or anything. And just hope for the best, pray for the best.
Thank you. And with that, we'll sign off.
Welcome to my Humanity First world. To the left is the Humanity First school. When we enter, there are tables and chairs, a blackboard, a bathroom, and a bookshelf. When you go at the back door, you'll find yourself outside, and this is where the kids can play outside. There are benches for the teachers, and there's also a garden. If you go straight and out the door, and you follow the path and turn left again, you find yourself at the side of the building. If you go up the stairs, you'll find yourself in the cafeteria. There are chairs for the kids to sit on, and this is where they keep the food. If you go back down the stairs, keep following the path and turn right, and then turn left, there's a garden where people can sit and enjoy the plants. And if you go straight, this is the hospital. There's a reception desk and a waiting room. When you go straight and go up the stairs, you'll find yourself in the ward. As you can see, each bed has a side table, and if you go straight through the double doors, you'll find yourself in the recovery room. There's each a bed across from each other with a side table. If you go back through the ward and go down the stairs, back through the registration room and waiting room, go out, you can turn right and go straight, and you find yourself in the food bank. There's a registration desk and a lot of pantries to keep the food. If you go straight, turn right, and turn left, there's a well where people can get their water. There's a basket. There's already a bucket inside, and there's a bucket outside. If you go straight on the path, you'll find the masjid I've made called Bet al-Islam. If you go through the doors and turn left, you'll find the men's prayer hall. And then if you go back, there's a shoe rack where people can keep their shoes. There's the men's bathroom. And there's the women's prayer hall, the Lajna prayer hall with chairs in the back, and there's a TV. If you go down the hall and turn right, there's a cafeteria. And keep going straight and go down the steps, and you're in the basement. In the basement, you'll find the nursery where there's a TV and chairs, and there's a carpet for kids to play on. If you go up the stairs, turn around, and go straight, you'll find yourself near the women's bathroom. If you turn around and go straight down the hall and at the door, I'm going to be showing you what my Humanity First village looks like from above.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Smita Ahmed, and I live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and I'm 11 years old. And I'm going to be showing you my Minecraft build. So when we go in here, there's a check-in room, and then here are some couches, and then some check-up rooms. And there are 2 stairways going to the top. On the top level, there's some more couches, and then some more check-up rooms, and then here is the surgery room. And some more check-up rooms, and then next we have a well to get water. And next I made a masjid with a shoe rack, and then here is the library. And then this is the office with desks, some shelves, a couch, and a table leading into the men's prayer hall. Then here is the shoe rack for the women's area, some chairs, and a table. And then here is another table with some chairs and the Lajna dining area. Next, I have the food pantry stocked with food. Next, I have the houses, and they all are stocked with food. Yeah, and that's it.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sana Khan, and this is my Humanity First world. Over here, we have our hospital.
Right here we have our ambulance. Okay. Over here we have these little clinics. Over here same, and upstairs as well. Right. Over here we have our school, right, with these little classrooms. Our teacher over there, right, same. And then in the center here, we have volunteers helping rebuild the houses after they got damaged. Here we have a well. And then over here, we have multiple things, including our pantry. Yeah. And then upstairs, we have our shelter for the people who need it. Here we have our little toilet. Here we have our bed. Right. And on the side, this level, it's pretty much the same, but it does double as an orphanage. So, yeah, that is it. That is my Humanity First World office.
It's a nice, beautiful morning. Let's see what's new. Okay. Wait, what is that? A new hospital? I'm gonna go check it out. And see. Ahmadiyya Muslim Community Hospital. Okay. This looks nice. Hi, how are you doing today, Bob? Okay. A kids section? I want to go there. Ooh, okay. Fancy. A helipad? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go up here. But wait. Is that a masjid? Alright, I'm going there right now. Ah, I hit my head on the door. Okay. Stairs. Filthy stairs. Okay. Woman's side. This looks like a nice place to pray. Okay. Go upstairs, and I guess there's here, and they're gonna pray on here. Well, I like this. What is this? Never mind. Okay. I would like to call my friends over here. and to show them this nice place that just got built. And